All right, we have our update on 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy from John Lynch himself. He has ruled out Brock for this upcoming game against the Saints, but he didn't go as far to say what Ian Rappaport had reported earlier this morning, which was Brock will be out 2 to 5 weeks. He kind of shifted the wording for it, which made it a little bit more palpable. But I'll let you hear it from John Lynch himself as he joined KMBR to discuss the latest with Brock Purdy. Obviously, just an unfortunate situation as he's dealing with a toe injury. So take a listen to what John Lynch had to say right here, and we'll react to it on the other side.
Okay, so many things to talk about. Let's start with the quarterback. Ian Rappaport reported on NFL Network this morning that his understanding is Brock is out for 2 to 5 weeks. Can you confirm or deny this report?
What I can confirm is I talked to, obviously, our trainer, our doctor, Dr. Anderson, who's the preeminent foot and ankle specialist in the NFL, what we're dealing with is like kind of a week to week thing. So that's our information. Brock's doing well, coming back from it, and we'll just treat it as such. He's doing a nice job, doing everything he can to get back out there as soon as possible, and so that's where we're at.
So quick follow up then, would we pretty much rule him out for Sunday in New Orleans and Mac Jones is the starter?
I think, yeah, that's looking like that right now. And, we're really pleased to have Mac here. Mac was a guy back in the draft process, we studied a lot, really liked, has had his ups and downs in his NFL career. But since he's been a part of us, really has taken to our offense, really fits our culture. He can run our offense and run it well, and we don't have to change a whole lot when he's out there. So I'm excited to see him get an opportunity to go show what he can do. And, we gotta go put together another solid effort on the road in another tough place to play in New Orleans.
John, just for clarification on Brock Purdy's status, have you guys gone through the MRI and imaging process, and what were those results like?
Yeah, of course, we did that, and that led to the diagnosis and the timeline of kind of week to week type deal. So that's I'll leave it at that. It's medical stuff. We don't get into all the details there, but that's where we're at on a week to week deal. And I think going into the scans and all that, I'll tell you that the feeling was more on the positive side than what it could have been going in there. So, that was a good thing. And we'll look forward to getting Brock back. But in his stead, we're confident in Mac and his ability to compete at a high level for us.
We've seen Brock Purdy play through injuries before. He went up to Seattle with broken ribs. He was able to complete the game against Seattle with these two injuries that he's dealing with now. So how much do you have to take into consideration the pain tolerance of Brock Purdy when you guys are making these decisions?
You're exactly right. I mean, that was right at the beginning of his tenure as our quarterback. I'll never forget that, going out in pregame warm-ups on a Thursday night. So quick to turn around. Not only did he have broken ribs, he had torn cartilage in his ribs. So you imagine throwing the football is a rotating deal, and the guy didn't throw a pass all through the warm-ups, and then he goes out and plays. So his pain tolerance is uniquely high, and so you never put anything past him. I think like we've said a number of times, this week is likely not happening, and then we'll go from there.
Just a little bit more on Mac Jones. Can you take us back to the spring, whether it was his reps or your reps? How did you guys sort of heat up negotiations? How much was there familiarity from the 2021 draft process? Can you tell any anecdotes on landing the Mac Jones fish and how you guys felt about it?
Yeah, you just you zero in on okay, we know we got Brock. That was obviously big news, a huge priority to go solidify Brock as our franchise guy. And then who do we want to put around him? And we wanted to we had talks with Dobbs, who was with us last year. He ended up getting a nice offer from New England. and went there. And you're identifying people, and we've always had an affinity for Mac. We started those talks, and we were able to pull something off. And then, what I can tell you is probably been better than advertised, better than what we thought he might be, in terms of stepping in and just feeling like he was a really good fit for this offense. And I think there's a great vibe, and between he and Brock, that quarterback room is very healthy. They all like each other. They all feed off each other. They all help each other. And Mac's just done a really good job every step of the way. You could see his confidence grow and grow and grow, and to where we got in training camp. And he was really, like as I said earlier, functioning at a high level. It gives you a lot of confidence to go out there and play a game if you have to, like right now. And so we're excited about that.
John, I saw a report yesterday that you guys brought in Mike White for a tryout at quarterback. What can you tell us about the backup quarterback position, and who could be backing up Mac Jones if Brock Purdy is not out there this weekend?
Well, we did bring Mike White in for a workout. Mike's had experience in this system, and oftentimes you do that for the short term, and then you also want to get a look at someone to see where they're at, see if they've been working out, and so we were able to do that. But we have Adrian Martinez, who's been our practice squad quarterback, and we made the decision. He's been here while Mike has been in our system in the past. Adrian's been here the last few weeks and has a good understanding of what we do and how we do it, and he's been a winner. He's been a winner at Kansas State and in the UFL, and has played well for the Jets in preseason. So that's where we're at right now, and we'll continue to put ourselves in the best possible situation and looking at various opportunities for people. But right now, that's where we're at.
As you can hear, John kind of quantified it as a week-to-week issue, which 2 to 5 weeks makes sense. It's just another way, I think, of saying it. Instead, because obviously you put the 5-week variable on it, and then 49er fans start to freak out, and you look at the schedule and you see that, that might be, is he coming back against the Rams? Is he coming back against the Bucks? You know what I mean? So it changes that tone a little bit to, he's out against the Saints. That's been confirmed, but will he be able to return against the Cardinals? It's a little bit more optimistic way, I think, of putting it. So as it currently stands right now, it does seem like Brock will miss time, though, which is the unfortunate nature of his injury. Obviously, huge impact to the San Francisco 49ers, and obviously that means Mac Jones will take over as the starter. And I will say I am cautiously confident that Mac Jones will be able to step in and be a reliable option. Obviously, I've seen all the comments so far. A lot of fans are worried about how the protection will hold up, and we'll see, because obviously Mac Jones is not the same athlete as Brock. He does not have the same mobility. He can move within the confines of the pocket, but if you're expecting him to go outside the tackles and make any plays, it's typically not his strong suit. Not to say that he couldn't do it, but it's definitely not a strength of his. So a lot of what's going to have to happen is plays within structure, timing, and all of those different things. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, the 49ers will be traveling to New Orleans to face the Saints. It is and again, I'm starting to get nervous about how we're all talking about the Saints, because I think we're all just kind of chalking that up to a victory. But again, any given Sunday, you never know. No George Kittle, no Brock Purdy. Who knows? Maybe the Saints have a belief of being counted out and, thinking that, we have a shot. They're going with Mac, no Kittle. We'll have to see how that all plays out. But again, just unfortunate injuries to start the season for the 49ers. We'll see how it all plays out. But that's the update from John Lynch in regards to Brock Purdy. Let me know what you guys think about this situation as it continues to unfold in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.